Hey, so what's going on in the world of Infowars?
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I think so. You know, Alex is going to be fine, and he's good. He's always going to be okay because he's got so many opportunities, so many people reaching out to him all the time.
Right.
And I think he's going to be able to start something new or partner with somebody and bring some of the crew back on board. But it's just a matter of time. So I would say greater than 50% chance that we're shut down next week. I would say greater than 75% chance that we're shut down in the next month.
But wait a
and
minute,
99% in the next
he's
2
an
months.
entrepreneur. He's a private business owner. He can't run his business in America.
Yeah, well, apparently not. And if he starts something new as his own business, it could still be liquidated because he's in bankruptcy. So he would have to actually like be an employee of the Hodge twins or Steven Crowder or somebody else. He would have to partner with somebody to hire him to protect whatever the next thing is.
Oh, so he's being liquidated because of the lawsuit.
He's being liquidated. Yeah. So he's filing for personal. He's switching his Chapter 11 to Chapter 7, which means that he's not going to own his stake in Infowars anymore, and then they're going to be able to come in and shut it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like un-American.
Well, I mean, you know, he owes $1.5 billion. So,
How can you owe 1.5?
bro,
I don't mean to laugh. That sounds ridiculous. Yeah.
Dude, they got him. They got him for $1.5 billion somehow. It was kind of like this Trump stuff.
Yeah.
Where, you know, they convict him for 34 different charges, but it was really just every time he like signed a check. So they went through and they just basically brought up every single time he said something wrong. And they added up how much that would amount to, and it was $1.5 billion or something.
I mean, who decides that though?
Well, I believe my understanding is that he was found guilty by default, so they didn't even give him a jury when they found him liable for how much they owed.
It sounds like this number is almost arbitrary. You just picked it out of thin air.
Yeah, I don't know how the jury came up with it. I wasn't. They didn't invite me to that conversation.
$1 billion?
$1.5 billion. Crazy thing is, Adam Lanza, the guy who actually killed those kids, his estate only got sued for $1.5 million. So apparently, Alex Jones is 1,000 times worse than the fucking guy that killed the kids. Are you fucking kidding me?
That is nuts, dude.
Bro, I know.
I'm trying to make sense of all this, man. The world we living in right now is just...
Well, it actually makes perfect sense. They don't want him on the air, especially with this election coming up, so they're doing everything they can to shut him down. And things heated up right in the months leading up to this election. That's what it's really about. They're not shutting him down because of what he got wrong 10 years ago. They're shutting him down for what he gets right every day for 30 years, you know?
Yeah. He's such a nice guy, too.
People don't realize he's like a teddy bear. I mean, he'll bite you, but, you know, mostly cuddly.
Yeah. He just cuddle, huh? He's a cuddler, huh?
Yeah. It was weird. You know, it took getting used to working there for a couple of weeks, always wanting to cuddle with Alex, but...
Hey,
just come cuddle with me.
right.
I won't bite.
So how did Infowars discover you?
That's a good question. So I started a podcast called One American Podcast. That's actually how I connected with Joe.
Oh, okay.
Connect those dots. And it was in Austin. I happened to live in Austin. I had the morning show host, Harrison Smith, as a guest on my show. And he had me as a guest on his show on Infowars. And his wife had a baby, and they asked me to fill in for him for a couple of weeks for the morning show.
Okay.
Just because I was connected. After 2 weeks of doing his job for free, I asked him to hire me, and they did.
That's crazy, man. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, them trying to get rid of Infowars, it's like they're scared that you guys have something up your sleeve over there.
Yeah.
It's going to ruin everything.
Well, we don't have any tricks up our sleeve other than that we tell the truth unapologetically.
That's a trick.
And
These days.
every week, Alex says something, or even one of the other hosts, or even myself, and it's like, ooh, like that might come back. But it's true. It's always true. But it's like, oh, I can't believe he said it like that.
Dude, it was so funny when he brought Kanye on there.
Oh, dude.
And I thought Kanye was the biggest anti-Semite in the
He wore that
world.
fucking mask the whole time.
Right.
He didn't take it off once.
Right.
Got out of the car in it, man.
Right. I thought, because I was the biggest Israel supporter before that shit went down.
Yeah.
And I saw Kanye, and I didn't do my research, and I didn't understand the perspective he was trying to share with everybody. And I thought he was the biggest anti-Semite in the world until I actually started doing some research.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, we could.
I read Mein Kampf. It totally changed my mind.
yeah.
Really good book.
I never would have.
His childhood's so inspiring.
Yeah, I would have never thought Kanye being on Alex Jones' show dressed up like a gimp would have changed my mind.
Bring out the
Israel.
gimp. It's like Pulp Fiction.
Right.
You know what's
Right.
funny? You say that about Adolf Hitler. Like when you listen to a speech translated,
Yeah.
it's like really a really great
Goosebumps,
speaker.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I never even thought of that before to listen to. I wonder what he was saying. And then I was on YouTube.
You think he's screaming some like evil shit, but
Yeah.
90% of what he said
Right.
was just like, "Hey, our people are screwed over. We
Right.
need to like clean this shit up."
Right.
You know?
Right.
And and then it just happened to kind of go sideways.
Sounds like Trump.
Yeah, but he's up there. He's like, he's got like the mannerisms. And have you ever seen the photo shoots? And the pictures that were supposed to be deleted. So you know how like we're podcasters, we go back and watch ourselves and analyze, and that's how you get better. He was doing that before like digital video, right? He would give his speeches and have his photographer take pictures of him, and he would analyze his postures to see what he should do at his rallies. That's why he did. He's like, delete these. These are bad. It wasn't him like being vain or anything. Like he was trying to see what he looked like, so that he could study and do better. And that's why like he get the best shit. We're like, so you know what I mean? Like his whole body freezes, but then he just moves his head. Like, like that was rehearsed, bro.
Right.
Oh wow. He's a lot of comedians do that. We record our act, and we find out what really hits, how we deliver, how the words come out. Wow, he was doing that way back then.
He was an evil guy, but he was a genius. 100%.
Yeah.
And not a bad artist either. Have you seen his watercolors?
No.
I haven't seen that shit.
He was a watercolor artist, very good. And the crazy thing is, so was Winston Churchill, and their paintings look exactly the same. They like same exact style.
I think Churchill was copying him, probably.
He's like,
you know a lot about Hitler,
bro. My last name's Geyser, bro.
Dude, I was listening to the words. I was like, I used to look at all the black and white documentaries and him talking, and I didn't know what he was saying.
They never throw the subtitles up because they don't want you to know the cool shit he was saying. And crazy thing is, if you actually read his speeches, he does bash the Jews, but like it's like 10% of the speech. You know what I mean? People think like 90% of his thing was hating the Jews, and don't get me wrong, he hated the Jews, and he did some terrible shit. I totally disagree with it. I'm not apologetic for him at all, right?
For sure.
But like 90% of his speeches were like, oh, that's pretty baller. You know what I mean? Because they were totally screwed after the Treaty of Versailles. Hyperinflation was so bad, you had to have a wheelbarrow full of cash in order to get a loaf of bread, kind of like what we're beginning to see here in the 2020s. And when shit hit the fan, they needed, like, it was going to be him. The crazy thing is, he didn't drink any alcohol at all, similar to Trump. But he got his following by speaking at beer halls. So he would go to these beer halls and he would give speeches to like the local working class, struggling, poor, drinking, PTSD, World War I guys. But he wouldn't drink a drop. So he just showed up giving a Hitler speech. He's like, we started this party, there were 7 people. It's like, dude, you were just going to the bars, not drinking, and then bashing the Jews, and like eventually 20,000 people started showing up. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bar and start giving speeches.
Ultimate manipulator, huh?
That's what Jones should do after they shut down InfoWars. Just start going to the bar and just ranting.
I suppose.
Man, I think anything that well, you see Trump, he raised what? How much? 50 million in a week?
A lot. Yeah, something like that. 54.
I could see something like that happen for
Jones.
Alex. Because as soon as if y'all
1.5 billion would be nice.
Oh yeah, because he started GoFundMe. This is going to take everything.
We got an important hearing in 48 hours. So anybody who wants to give Alex $1.5 billion now would be a good time.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So Elon Musk.
All you guys are like what, in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, our headquarters is in a secret building in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I wonder why y'all decided to choose a blue area in a red state though.
Well, the Portland, Oregon of Texas.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, is it?
I'll tell you this. I've lived in a lot of different states and areas. I lived in Orange County, California.
I lived there. We used to live there.
And I much prefer to live in a blue city in a red state than in a red area of a blue state. So no matter how leftist Austin gets, I can still carry my fucking gun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like California, everybody wants to be able to carry their gun, but nobody's allowed to, like in Orange County. You know what I mean?
If shit goes down in California, you're screwed.
You're fucked, man.
Yeah. At least in Texas, you can defend yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
Austin is a nice place.
And they cleaned up the homeless problem.
Yeah.
They put it to a vote to the people, actually, and the people were like, get these people the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They kicked them out.
Hey, where did they send them?
The woods, literally the woods, bro. Dude, you ever seen Robin Hood? That shit's going down in Austin right now.
Stuck them in the woods.
Dude, they had to go back to the woods.
He gave them tits and shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I know about the homeless? They want to be homeless.
Yeah.
That's what fascinates me. It's like they want to be out there. They don't want to have a mortgage.
They don't want to deal with anything except for getting the next fix.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
and it's sad. You know what's crazy? When I was coming up, I don't know if you guys saw this pattern, but I would go up to Chicago. I grew up in Illinois. You see a lot of homeless people, and you could tell that some of them were like Vietnam vets. Maybe they were in their 50s or 60s.
Right.
Like a lot of PTSD stuff. Now all the homeless people, they're like 20-year-old kids. You notice that?
Yeah.
The shift? Yeah. I think it's the fentanyl.
Seriously. Something's in the water. I mean, that stuff made frogs gay. I'm thinking they
Bro, those frogs are gay too. He was actually right about that.
Yeah. Alex has been more right than wrong.
Bro, yeah, way more right.
Yeah.
It's time to give up our new giveaway. It's a Dodge Ram power truck, and we about to do something we ain't never did before. It's a camper. Not only you get a brand new truck, you get a camper with it too, and $10,000 in cash.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
We've given away over $2 million in trucks and cash and prizes.
We give them back to the people who support us. Instead of giving money to Facebook to advertise this stuff, they censor us anyway. So I say, you know what? Incentivize our own people to already support us. It's a win-win for everybody. Go to officialhartstwins.com. Anything you buy from the site gets you automatically into the win. Yeah.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See official rules for details.
Yeah.